Hey guys, this is Chase with iDub Hockey. I'm here, a product coordinator of Protective, AJ, and we're hanging out at Bauer headquarters here in New Hampshire. So before we start talking about this new 1S line of Protective, how would you describe the differences in fit between all three families?
So you're going to kind of see the same thing as we saw in gloves. You know, your Nexus is your volume, like classic fit. You're going to have the shin guards are kind of like that old school style where it's very wide. Yeah. Vapor is going to be tapered. It's going to run a little bit wider and then kind of come in and flare back out. Okay. And then you have your 1S, or Supreme line, sorry, and it's going to be super anatomical. We're going to focus on close fitting to the body, mobility, range of motion, so it really feels like the equipment's kind of a part of you.
Kind of like a second scan or something.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like that's what you guys really did and improved on this year. So tell me about the new or altered contoured fit that we're going to find on the Supreme line.
So if you want to start with the Shin Cap, we have that curved composite technology that we saw with Vapor, brought it into Supreme, reduced a lot of weight off the shin guard. You have a nice skate abrasion zone right there. You got the Flexorb on the knee. You have vent armor on the knee wing, and then you have Powerlite foam also under the Shin Cap.
Awesome, and it looks like the front of the shin is a little bit different too. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so we took the knee, and it's usually a rounded knee cap on shin guards, and this year we put kind of a flat finish on it. So that way, if you're kind of on the ice, whether you're drop knee one-timing or you know you're just trying to get your way around, it's a little easier to balance on.
Gotcha. And then what are we going to see different in the shoulder?
So the shoulder pad, we added curve on the sternum, curve on the shoulder caps, bicep. You also have Powerlite foam on the shoulder caps. And then you have this new thing that we call the extension fit. So you can adjust kind of that chest panel, the vent armor foam right here on the 1S. And it gives you kind of half an inch to an inch of extra coverage.
So it kind of lets you pull it in or push it out a little bit. Okay, very cool. And then what about the liner? It sounds like you guys have something new in your Supreme line this year.
Yeah, so we added, just like gloves, we have 37.5 plus sanitized. Sanitizes our odor, kind of odor resistant treatment to foams and fabrics. Okay. So we add that to the liner to kind of help with everyone on those weekend tournaments where you're not able to air out your gear as much, right?
And I'm sure that's going to help a lot of parents too. Yeah. So let's finish up with our elbow. What are we going to find in that one?
So the 1S elbow, just like last year, we kept the sleeve. We heard that was a great addition. And then we also have curve and Powerlite on the elbow. And then we have curve on the forearm. And then you have your vent armor on the bicep.
Awesome. So really lightening up this overall line this year, huh?
Yeah, it's awesome.
And then we've been talking about the power foam. Can you maybe tell me what went into that and maybe where that inspiration came from?
Yeah, so Powerlite was derived from the Odin project from back in, I think it was around 2014. So basically what we did was we would take body scans of people to kind of build their protective equipment. So it was anatomically shaped perfectly to them. And through all that study, we found kind of the optimal shape for 3D molds for the shoulders, elbows, and shins. And then the Powerlite foam technology is application of a special foam around that mold.
Oh, awesome.
So we get like your most anatomical fit possible.
Awesome. And the last thing, kind of, I guess, continuing with anatomical shape, looks like the shoulder caps are a little bit different this year. Can you touch on that too? Yeah,
I mean the shoulder caps, they're a little sleeker, so it really holds your shoulders in a more slimming way, I guess.
Yeah, kind of just being super contoured from top to bottom. All right, so let's head over to Nexus 2. What are a couple key features that we're going to find on those?
So Nexus, you're going to have your 7 technology on your sternum, and you're going to have it on your knee cap and then your elbow cap. And then you're going to have your 37.5 technology in the liner. No sanitized, that was introduced for 17, so we don't have that yet in Nexus. Then you're going to kind of have that big, bulky, or not bulky, but more volume fit.
Kind of big looking.
Yeah, so the shoulder caps are going to be a little bigger. So yeah.
Awesome. And then maybe real quick, what's 7 technology for those who may not know?
It's just a different molding of some foams that we have. So if you look at it, you'll see it's the orange stuff. And it's just a way that we mold the foam.
Gotcha. For better impact resistance. Awesome. Let's finish up here with Vapor. You said it's kind of the in-between fit between Supreme and Nexus. What are a couple key technologies we're going to find over there?
So Vapor was the introduction of curve to protective. So Vapor, you're going to see a lot of curve on the shin cap, sternum, forearm. And then you have your Powerlite foam, which is super light foam, but also very protective. And then your shoulder caps are kind of that in between, between Nexus. Not too big, not too little, just right type
there
thing.
You go. Very nice. Well, I appreciate your time out here, AJ. For you guys at home that want to check out more of this Bauer Protective, make sure you go to icewarehouse.com.